Hi, welcome to another video. I'm Venus O'Hara and I am going to be answering your questions about sex toys and about sex. I've been receiving lots of questions, so if you have a question about sexuality, orgasms, sex toys or orgasmic living or anything else that I talk about on this channel, don't hesitate to write to me at venus@venusohara.org or on Instagram at Venus O'Hara. Okay, I'm going to go to my Instagram now and read some of your questions. Let's see. Okay. Hello Venus, I would love to hear more thoughts on the more spiritual side of sexuality. And if someone that could be struggling with sexuality, if they can reconnect with that part of themselves through means of meditation or other methods. Oh yes, I think meditation is the answer to everything. I used to think an orgasm was the answer to everything, but now that I've discovered meditation, I think it's definitely the answer to everything. I think the answers are within, and if you kind of quiet your mind and go within, you can find lots of answers. And I have just discovered the spiritual side of sexuality just in the last few years. And as a sexpert, I'm just amazed that there's a whole new world that I've only just discovered. So it's very exciting for me because before I became spiritual, it was kind of getting boring, all this sexuality stuff all the time. You know, I mean, for most people, sex is like this kind of taboo, hidden, fun thing that people usually keep private. But when it's your job every day, you know, sometimes it can become a bit desensitizing and it can kind of take the fun, kind of thrilling, exciting part out of it. But now that I've discovered spirituality, I'm just blown away by all this, the amazing, for example, from the Tantra Taoist side of connecting on different levels with your partner. I think that is just absolutely mind-blowing, and I think it's such a massive turn on. I've made some other videos about my favourite books on sexual transmutation, and I've made a few other videos about meditation and masturbation, but I'll definitely be making more. And also, what's also exciting, not just the kind of connection, the deeper connection you can feel with a partner, but also if you're alone, you can use your sexual energy as a powerful tool to manifest your desires. Isn't that amazing? When I first found out about that, I was absolutely blown away. And I've read lots of books about sexual transmutation, spiritual sexuality, sacred sexuality, and I definitely think it's helpful to go down that route. It makes sexuality seem like part of a holistic, or a kind of, it's more of a holistic approach towards being healthy, because I think most people in many disciplines kind of ignore the sexuality, whereas I've read in many books about spirituality, it's kind of like embraced as part of who we are. It's part of our whole. It's not something that we should be ashamed of. And there are lots of different ways to have sex and enjoy this powerful tool. Not all of them are positive, of course, but there are many beautiful ways to enjoy the gift of orgasm. I actually saw that was a subtitle in a book I read earlier this year called The Multi-Orgasmic Woman, and that was the title, The Gift of Orgasm. I thought that is absolutely wonderful. That's how we should be thinking about sex, as a wonderful gift from the divine, not something that's making, it's not you behaving badly. You know, I think that's how people used to think maybe years and years ago. But can you imagine the most beautiful thing of connecting with someone you love is not a sin? It's just so incredible. Anyway, I'll definitely be sharing more about this soon. I'm doing Vlogmas now. I'm trying to make a video every day at 9 o'clock my time. So if you want to make any suggestions for new videos, because I'm going to be producing more, then you can write to me and ask me, and I'll make a specific video about that. Okay, so next. Hi, can you help me? I'm buying my first sex toy and I'm confused between Satisfyer Pro 2 and Curvy 2. What do you think? Well, I think both of them are fantastic, and whichever one you choose is going to be good. That's what I think. I think Satisfyer Pro 2 could be great as a beginner, but it's only got one function. It's a great function and it definitely works. But with the Curvy 2, you've got all of the good things of the Pro 2, but you've also got vibration and you've got the app. So it's actually a much more versatile product, and I think the price is very similar. So it's up to you. I think I would go for a kind of 3-in-1 toy with the Curvy 2, because you've got the kind of couples fun, smart aspect of it, the vibration and the air pulse stimulation. But whichever one you choose, it should be good. For example, you could also start with the Pro 2, and then further down the line you could upgrade to a Curvy 2. So yes, let's see. Oops, done that one. Okay, I get a lot of questions from guys about penis size. I guess it's because I've made some penis size videos, but literally people are suffering so much. I don't know whether to laugh or cry sometimes. But someone just asked me, what is the kind of, is there a measurement that becomes too big? You know, up to here it's too small, then it's okay, then it's too big. I don't think there is such a measurement. I think it's very subjective, and I've always said that what's something that's more important than size is the quality of the erection. And it's interesting because I made a video, I can't remember which one it was, something about penis size, and I was trying to reassure everyone, the small guys and the big guys, you know, that it's okay. And I described a time when I was seeing someone who had a kind of relatively smaller penis, and I was unfaithful, shh, don't tell anyone, with someone who had a much bigger penis. And when it was actually the royal wedding here in Spain when it happened, and the royal wedding was on the TV, and I was giving a guy a blowjob, and I thought, wow, I've got my 2 hands here, and there's a bit sticking out, and when we're having sex, I still can't feel anything. And that's because his erection was not as good as the smaller guy, and I could feel way more with the smaller guy because it was harder. And someone wrote in the comment of that video when I talked about that, yeah, but she still was unfaithful with a guy with a bigger dick. I'm sorry, but that's that was not the motive. There are other things in relationships. It's not just all down to penis size. It's definitely not. And also, if you are going to be unfaithful, you don't really know what you're getting. Well, maybe these days there's more sexting and all of that, but not everyone is sending cock pics, you know, and the guys that I tend to be with are not kind of cock pic guys. They're few and far between, but they do exist. So yeah, so you, most of the time you don't really know what you're getting until you're in the moment, you know, so it doesn't really matter anyway. The point is that people have to be into it, and it's not just about penetration. Think about your tongue, your mouth, your lips, your fingers. There's so much more. So much more. Okay, let me see what else we have. Right, another Satisfyer question. Doubting between Satisfyer Pro 3 or Pro 2, Pro 3, Pro Plus vibration, or the curvy. Well, I say go for the curvy ones because you get so much more from them, and it's a very similar price because you're getting vibration, air pulse, and all of the app features as well. So I definitely would go for one of the curvy toys. I would, even though Satisfyer Pro 2 is the best-selling sex toy in the whole world, I think it's definitely worth going for the curvies. Actually, a sip of my tea. Okay, let me see some questions I had on my... Okay, someone's asked me an interesting question about they started masturbating and they're wondering if it's affecting their menstrual cycle. So I have absolutely no idea. I know that a lot of things can affect menstruation, hormones and all of that, stress, I don't know, lots of food, I don't know, lots of different things, but remember, I am not a medical professional, and I definitely would not want the responsibility of answering anything that I deem to be medical. So if you are having a medical issue, then I would strongly advise you to go and visit a medical professional, health professional. That's the best thing you can do for peace of mind, definitely. And the sooner you do it, the better, because otherwise these things tend to kind of go round and round in your head, and if you are stressed about it, then maybe your period might get delayed due to the stress. Not that I would know, but I think that's definitely the thing to do, is actually to to go and visit someone and ask all of your questions. And also what's really important, if you are going to go to see a health professional about anything related to sexuality, I would strongly advise you to make a list of questions beforehand, because sometimes, I mean, we can go to meet someone and discuss all of these things, and then afterwards you think, oh no, I forgot to ask this thing, and it's not so easy to get another appointment next week, you know. So definitely make a list of questions and make sure you know the answers. And sometimes medical professionals will let you record them, so that's a really good tip actually. So rather than just relying on your memory, you could perhaps just record the audio of the visit, and that could be a fantastic way to remember all of the top tips from your health professional. I hope this helps anyway, and anyone who's having any kind of more physical issue. Anyway, I think that's all of my questions for now, but I'm going to be making sex toy Q&A videos every week because it's Christmas and I get a lot of questions. So if you have any questions, then contact me at venus@venusohara.org or on Instagram at venusohara. Thanks for watching.